Good evening and welcome to the MCFC9320 Group. We've got with us today, we've got Andy Savage, we've got Anne-Marie, we've got John Baker, and we've got Alexandrov, not from Bulgaria. How are you, Alex?
Yeah, pretty good. I'm actually in Manchester, but, you know, I'm just
very good
playing with you.
You've got. Very good Mancunian accent, my friend.
Better than
You're learning
There you go.
Better than yours, Riz.
Better than my Bulgarian. Or Kosovan, wherever he's from. Right, what we've been up to this bank holiday week, and anything good, Anne-Marie?
Oh, well, I met up with all my mates last night, so that was good. But I was very sensible. I was driving, so didn't get hammered.
And there was
I'm
6
saving that for the next time.
And there was only 6 of you, yeah?
Absolutely.
That's a big car you've got then. 6 of you driving in that big car.
I know there was only me in the car, the others all walked.
That's good. John, what did you get up to, mate? Easter eggs, probably.
Yeah, I've had a couple of them. Sorted my new van out. But I went to a bit of a party last night in the garden. Only 6 of us, really.
That's good. That's good. Andy Sav, I bet you didn't move out your bar, did you?
Standard, mate.
And Alex, you were flying from Bulgaria to Stockport, I take it.
Yes, I was going to a match, Stockport FC.
Brilliant.
So it was pretty fun.
You've got some football in then, so you're the only one that's actually seen some live football for a while.
No, I'm watching some live football here at the moment. The Rags are getting beat by Brighton.
What score?
1-0 for now.
Oh dear. That's a shame, isn't it? That's a shame. Yeah. Right, anyway, on to proper football now. I take it we all saw the game yesterday, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Anne-Marie, what did you think?
I thought on the whole it was a good performance. I think, you know, as always, we've got room for improvement in front of goal, but I thought it was pretty decent. I was surprised they started Aguero and Jesus, but, you know, just shows what do I know. But yeah, on the whole, I was impressed.
I don't think they kind of work well together, them two, did they? Or is that just me? Is they just a bit rusty because they've not played together that much? But when they do, we just don't seem to play well with 2 up top.
No, and then there was times when they first started together where it did look like it would work, but I don't know whether it's just that Aguero is ring rusty and needs more game time. And I'm still not quite convinced that Jesus is an out-and-out striker.
No, but I think you're right. I agree. Yeah. Alex, what did you think?
I think it was partially due to Aguero's form, but the performance as a whole, I actually feared Leicester because they're one of the top teams, and we also discussed on the podcast how they possibly could end up being second at the end of the season, but they didn't look dangerous at all. So it was kind of an easy performance. But yeah, Aguero and Jesus. To be fair, I don't remember the last time they played together. Probably over a year.
Yeah. Oh, sounds like John's security's gone off there. Andy, what did you make of the selection? I mean, it's obviously changed going 2 up top. Do you think that's purely because of the Champions League game coming up?
Yeah, I think he wanted to give Aguero a little bit of time, you know, to find his feet, especially after the announcement that we're not going to be having Sergio after this season. But yeah, I thought it was a really, really good performance. In all honesty, first half we bossed it. Thankfully, it was an offside goal for them right on the stroke of half time. Second half, I thought we was brilliant because I think, I don't know if it was Anne-Marie or Alex said that Leicester are a good side. They are a really, really good side. Before the game, I thought I'd have took a draw. But the way we just lost it, you know, considering Leicester's form and stuff, I thought, yeah, you know, that's perfect. That, you know, so we're now 11 points off retaining the old trophy.
Yeah, bringing the old lady home. John, speaking of old ladies, What did you think of they gave it offside, didn't they? Or did Aguero alleged to have touched it or something? What did you make
No,
of that?
it was in the eyesight of the goalkeeper. It was offside basically, because where he was stood, the goalkeeper couldn't see the actual ball coming at him properly. Aguero jumped up and then he didn't have much chance. So it was right. It was offside.
It didn't go to VAR though, did it?
No. They might have done for all we know, but he flagged offside anyway, and they just left it at that.
Yeah, it didn't matter in the end, did it? But I mean,
No.
At least it was nice to see. Nice to see Vardy. Obviously, he scored, but it didn't count. It was good to see him not have his usual game against us, because he tends to come alive against us, doesn't he?
I was expecting a few penalties against us yesterday, and it didn't happen, so I was quite pleased about that.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. Anyway, at least we're still well ahead in the at the top of the table. So we'll just talk about Aguero there and that offside decision. Obviously, we can talk about ignore the elephant in the room, and I don't mean you, John, when I said that. Aguero leaving. Do you think it was an odd time to kind of announce this, or do you think there's another reason for it, Anne-Marie?
Well, part of me thought that wherever he was going was about to announce, and that's why we broke the news first. But I can't even bring myself to think about it. I'm devastated. Absolutely devastated.
What would be more upset if Mahrez went? Would you? What be the choice?
Oh, I'd rather he went. I'd rather he went every day of the week.
You surprised me with that.
I thought I might.
Andy, obviously, I know you're a big. Well, I mean, we're all big Aguero fans. What's your take?
Fans.
Absolutely devastated.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Mahrez fans, all of us.
Yeah, no, absolutely devastated, Riz, because I still think, although he's looked off the pace, the recent games and stuff like that, let's not forget he's been out for pretty much a season. There's still a lot more to Aguero. I would find it more acceptable in going to, say, Barcelona or something. If he played for something like Chelsea and, somebody like that would break me out.
I don't think he'd do that to us.
No, I can't see it.
They never thought Frank Lampard would do it to them, though, did they?
True, John.
Very good point.
On a side note, John, do you know you've got a rat running round behind you?
Got 4.
Rent to kill, my friend.
No, seriously though, Riz, no. If he went to another English club, I would be absolutely heartbroken. But if he went to Barcelona, it'd be acceptable because he'd finish his career off playing with his best mate, Messi, wouldn't he?
I mean, the thing is, where would you rather go? I mean, Alex, would you surely you prefer to play in the twilight of your career now? You prefer to go to Spain or somewhere in the sun? I know he's got all the money he could ever need and everything. Do you not think he'd want to go abroad?
I think he's either going to David Silva's new club, Real Sociedad, or Italy. 2 main choices for me. I could be wrong, but I don't think he'll go to Barca.
He will.
I'd like to think he wouldn't go to Premier League club out of a respect thing for City, but you just don't know in this day and age, do you?
Yeah,
I'd love for him to go and play with Silva again, definitely.
Yeah.
Or go back home.
No, I think for me it's either it's got to be either Barcelona or Independiente.
Yeah.
Do you think there's more to it than just the fact that, because depending who you listen to, some people say that he wants to stay. Other people are saying, he's made his mind up, he wants to go. But some people are saying it wasn't his decision.
It was Pep's.
What do you think of that, Andy?
It was Pep's decision. It's simple as that, mate. It's Pep's decision. If we would have offered Aguero another 1-2 year contract, he would have taken it. He actually loves living in the area.
Right.
Yeah. From what I heard, I don't even think they offered him a new contract, did they?
No, they haven't.
Which probably means that someone new is coming in.
Yeah.
But if you listen to Pep on Friday, obviously, we've all seen the headlines. We're not bringing in a striker now. My understanding to that is we're not bringing in a striker for stupid money. Not that we're not bringing in a striker.
But Anne-Marie, if you listen to Pep's press conference, he says we will not be buying a striker. So somebody like Muller at Bayern Munich is available on a free transfer, I believe, in the summer. Will Messi come in, because we won't have to buy. It's a play on words. We won't be buying. That doesn't say we won't be getting.
That's what I read into that. Like, yeah.
It must be something to do with baldness, Paul. No, bald geniuses like me, you and Pep.
Right. I think the hair stops us being interfered with, doesn't it? I think we can pick up things because we've got no hair. But obviously, I'm wearing a bit of tinfoil when I was picking it up.
Paul, I never get interfered with. Don't worry.
Hey, you weren't complaining when we went to Madrid, my friend, but that's another podcast.
He wasn't boasting either.
Right, so obviously, I mean, we're all devastated about Aguero going, but I think we've all got our own opinions on it, and I'm happy to sort of like at this stage of his career, he's got to go at some point. So I'm not going to cry over it. We've lost David Silva, and I was upset about that. I'm upset about Aguero. I mean, I've got a tattoo of him, for God's sake, on my arm, so I'm devastated that he's going. But players move on. And he's been a great servant to us and gave us the best ever moment in football history with the 93-20. And it's the coincidence is he scored that goal on 93-20, and that's the same name as what our podcast is. How amazing is that?
I know. He did it. He knew what I was planning in 2012, and he thought, absolutely. I'll just rubber stamp it. I'll do it in 93-20, just so the guys can have the name of the group.
Yeah, exactly. You must have made a fortune when you copyrighted that, Sav.
I'm a multi-millionaire minus the millions.
You're only on 11 million a year, right?
Oh, he won't get out of bed for that, Alex. He won't get out of bed, mate. Right. So, who moving it on a little bit? Who do you think we're going to sign? Who? I hate this.
Should I tell you what I think we're going to sign?
Go on.
Danny Ings.
Seriously.
Yeah, I think we are.
Yep. Same
Marie, what
here.
do you think? You're sat there looking very
I'm just not sure about Danny Ings. I'm just not sure he's good enough for us. And I do believe he's injury prone. There's been a few players we've bought, I think back to the days of buying Jack Rodwell. Talk about jinxed player. And I just don't see why we need to do that when we could get, and even like he's promoted Delap, hasn't he, for next season? Delap's been promoted to the first team. Well, why are we not looking at our future talent rather than bringing in somebody of Danny Ings' age?
Would you be happy if they brought Danny Ings in as, because he's 28, I think he is, so he's not a young kid anymore. So would you be happy bringing him in because he's an established striker in the Premier League to kind of rotate slightly with Delap? Would that be a possibility?
Possibly.
John, what do you think?
I think he'd do quite well for us. He knows where the back of the net is. He's been injured at times, but we like you say with Aguero going. How many times was Aguero injured for us?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, true.
But
Alex,
they still scored plenty of goals.
Are you a fan of Danny Ings?
There's one reason why I can see this happening. We already have people who can score. So it wouldn't be, a lot of pressure on Danny Ings. We've got Gundogan, we've got Raheem, we've got Mahrez. They can all score. So Danny Ings wouldn't be the main guy.
So there won't be a massive amount of pressure on him, would there? Apart from probably the pressure that City fans had put on him. I mean, I keep seeing people saying a replacement for Aguero, when Aguero goes, Aguero's gone. That is it. There isn't a replacement for him.
No.
We're going to have to get another striker in or centre forward or whatever. I wish people would stop saying replacing Aguero, because you can't do that. It's impossible. Sav, what do you reckon, Danny Ings? Do you reckon this is a one, or do you reckon we're going to pay £2 million a week for?
Danny Ings is not coming in. The only reason, if Danny Ings was to come in, it would only be because the physios won't have enough work to do. Forget Danny Ings, he ain't coming in. If I had to, I just see Chef Rashford's just scored, to equalise on the sign-up. No, it seems now, if Aguero was staying, Messi would undoubtedly come in. Messi's going to be staying at Barcelona now. Aguero's going to be going to Barcelona. So if it was a betting man, I would say Muller from Bayern Munich will come in.
That's a good shout. His name's not being touted around a lot. I mean, everybody seems to just have blinkers on and going for Haaland, and there's a lot of fanboys out there going to be crying their eyes out if he doesn't come, and they're going to not follow City anymore if they don't sign him. And I don't buy into any of that. Yeah, you're right, Andy. I just find it silly that we trust in Pep. If Pep decides he wants Danny Ings, well, we have to go with Danny Ings. There's a reason for it.
Let's not forget Harry Kane.
Yeah. Would we want Harry Kane? Would you be happy with Harry Kane at the club, Alex?
Yep. Yes. He's an
scored a lot
established
of goals.
scorer. Yep.
Not at £120 million, I wouldn't.
No. And Levy will want a lot of money for him.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. It's interesting. It's really interesting. Right, we'll move it on a little bit now. The government's announced, or the FIFA or whoever, EA Sports, whoever it is, has announced that they're going to allow 8,000 fans as a test into the Carabao Cup final. I'm not sure. Is it the 19th to 25th? I think it is. There's how many games coming up? I'm not sure. It's 25th. Right.
I know.
So, yeah, they're allowing 8,000 in. Now, for what I can determine, it's not going to be like, 2,000 City fans, 2,000 Tottenham fans, and then, allow the rest to be corporate. What I've been reading is they're going to let some NHS in, and they're going to let locals in, because they don't want people travelling out of their areas and stuff. We'll start with Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie, what do you think? I mean, you've obviously heard about this. So what are your opinions on it?
It's a frustrating one for me, because I kind of think, what's the point of letting people that maybe obviously don't support either team, got no real interest in the game? Why bother letting them go into a game? It's beyond me. And I think, it's gonna cause, whether it's the Carabao Cup or whether it's the FA Cup, it's going to cause problems, because you're going to have, for me as an example, and I know John has the same thing with his daughter. I go to all the games with my dad, and if I got a ticket and he didn't, for me it'd be just wrong.
That means he can't go. Yeah,
because he's the reason I'm a City fan at the end of the day, and all the best moments that we've had I've shared with him. So I just think it's a real tricky one. I mean, I think the sooner we get back, the better. But I think the limited numbers aren't going to impact.
The lads I go with, I'm Jonah's carer. So if he goes, then I won't be able to go. John, what do you think, mate? I mean, obviously, because the way I look at it is this. I mean, let me throw my hat into the ring here. There's only 8,000 can go, so it's going to be nobody from City. It's not. I don't even think any fans are going to be going from City. Why just not bother causing the argument, creating the trouble? We either all go or nobody goes. As City fans, as a group. John, what do you think, mate?
The reason they're doing it is they're putting it down as a test event. They can't just open it up fully, because if it went wrong, then they'd get absolutely annihilated for it. So they've got to do it in little stages, and that's the only reason they're allowing so many fans in at little times. I don't think anybody from Manchester will get in. I think there'll be local City fans from London and that lot getting in. But I just don't think they want us travelling. Simple as.
I mean, Andy. I mean, you're a match-going fan and everything, and moving it a little bit away from this Carabao, because I know we've got to test it at some point. For argument's sake, we go to the start of the next season and we're not allowed full allocation. We're allowed, say, 20,000 fans, say 30,000 fans in. How are they going to work out who goes in and who doesn't? Are they going to do it on allocation? Are they going to do it on points, loyalty? How can they do it fairly?
Going back to the Carabao, it's simple for me. John sort of like touched on it. I'm not bothered about the Carabao Cup final. If it was me, give it 8,000 NHS staff.
Yeah.
And local air. Just fill it with NHS staff, and that would be the biggest appreciation for the NHS staff. I know it'll be just London, but it'll represent the NHS. Just give it them all. I'm not bothered about. I'll watch it on TV. I don't have to be there. Yeah, if it, like you said, if it had been a case of a full house, we would have been there. We know that, but it's not. It's going to be 8,000 fans. Just give it the NHS stuff.
Yeah. I mean, Alex, what are your? I mean, obviously, you might see it a little bit different. How do you think there's a fair way to get fans back into the stadiums?
I mean, going step by step definitely makes sense, but I just don't see it. I don't think it's exciting, and we'll just see how it goes. I mean, I will be glad to see some people there because those empty stands are really depressing. But I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Maybe someone comes, maybe not. That's it.
I just think it's a non-event, and yeah, we'd all love to go, but I mean, for argument's sake, I mean, there's three of us got the games together. And you, John, and Sav, you come with us as well and stuff like that. And we need to go together. There's no point. I wouldn't go if I got a ticket and you lot couldn't come. I wouldn't go.
Can I have your ticket?
What's the point? Of course you can. I've happily said that. If I got a ticket to go to one of these games, you can have it. I don't want to go unless all my pals are with me.
It's not just the game you go for, is it? It's the build up with your mates, all that lot, and everything before it. It's a whole day.
Yeah.
And it's just not the same, is it?
They should name it the NHS Cup Final.
Yeah. I like the sound of that.
I'm going to start putting it on Twitter.
Yeah, let's call it that.
No hair, Sav.
Well, I can't even spell Carabao, so it's NHS is a lot easier for me to be honest.
You can't even spell NHS, mate, to be fair.
BUPA.
What will really upset me though is if it's a load of corporate fans that do get tickets to any of these games, because and for me that's wrong.
Yeah, that's why it's either all in or none in. If you have the usual suspects turning up with all the corporate stuff, no Gallagher's there, and any other celebrity City fan turns up and they're watching it, that's not right.
Morally wrong, that would be.
Say again?
That would be morally wrong.
Yeah, but that's what will happen, I guarantee it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it will.
Going on to when the Etihad opens for fans.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a lower allocation, obviously.
Yeah.
I personally think they'll do a ballot for that. I don't think it'll be go off your points or nothing. Because when they were talking about getting fans in last time, they was talking about doing it through a ballot system, and you put your name into the hat, and whether you got a ticket or not, it's just one of those things. It doesn't matter how loyal you've been. If you're a new fan or what, as long as you had a membership card, you could actually go in for a ticket.
Makes no odds to you anyway, John, because you're normally on the big screen every home game anyway.
Well, I'm part of the fixtures and fittings there, aren't I? So.
Well, they've had to actually put a bigger screen in, though, haven't they? John's been eating a lot of Easter eggs over this lockdown. So we're extending the other end of the stadium, but we're not. We're just putting a bigger screen in now.
John, what's that on your T-shirt we can see, pal?
Aquagas, my business.
All right. How can they get hold of you, John?
Ring that number there. Oh.
I don't
What
really want
numbers
to be
are-
looking at, I don't really want to be looking at your
If you
breath.
look on the actual website of MCFC9320 podcast, the group, then you'll actually see the actual advertisement for my business on there.
Absolutely, mate. Sorry,
Right, that's
carry on. Right, so,
so the adverts
so for the last,
by the way.
right, 5 minutes left, guys. Let's look to Borussia Dortmund.
Dortmund. Alex, I know you're itching for this. What's your score prediction, my friend?
Tough one. 3-1.
I was going to say the same thing.
But to who?
Yeah.
City.
The
Yeah.
City.
Yeah, obviously.
I'd say the same.
Sav, well, I mean, Sav, what do you
I think-
reckon, mate?
I reckon we're going to beat them 2-0. There's no Jadon Sancho for them. Rayner's a really good player for him. And it'll be a good one to gauge how Haaland is against a top English Premier League team, won't it?
No, I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. It's Tuesday night, isn't it? I think. Is it 8 o'clock kickoff?
Yeah.
What channel's it on? Do we know?
It'll be
BT Sport 2
Sports.
or 3, I think.
Oh, so it could be McManaman then.
Yeah, because Liverpool.
yeah.
Well, I don't know, because Liverpool play at the same time, and that's on BT as well.
Yeah,
They're
or
playing
a-
Real Madrid.
or a fire stick near you.
He'll choose our game just to wind us up.
Oh, yeah, as long as... I mean, Alex, what do you think of these commentators, mate? Do you hear quite...
Oh, you
You muted yourself.
muted yourself, Paul.
It's the best thing he's done in half an hour.
So I don't really listen to them that often because I have local commentators. But when I listen to them, I don't know. I just focus on the game, to be honest. I know that people are fuming on Twitter. I don't care.
I think what we should
You-
have is a watch along where we
Yeah.
we can commentate on what's going on.
The problem is if someone has some sort of lag, that could be a problem.
It
Who's
doesn't
having the
matter.
If you know there's a goal before me.
Yeah.
Who's doing the beat machine?
Me.
He'll need it.
I'll be back
Yeah.
having... I'm going to have lag, aren't I, with my technological skills. It's going to be a nightmare. We could try it. I think it might be worth a try. It could be funny.
Yeah,
Well-
let's give it a whirl. So for the final couple of minutes, guys, 17 points clear, aren't we? 17 points clear. Do you think it'll go to 11 points needed?
No.
It's done.
Because United and Leicester have still got to play each other as well.
When they play each other, though, they might both get beat.
Yeah,
I reckon another 8 points, it'll be fine.
I hope we get it done as soon as we can, to be honest, so that we can concentrate on the cups and stuff like that, and winning each trophy that comes.
What he should do then is once the league's done, he should bring Liam through and let him play up front. Liam
Liam
Delap.
Gallagher.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Alex. I can't imagine Liam Gallagher playing for us. No, we sort of like losing your sound there. So, won't it be great? The last home game of the season against Everton, we can give Sergio an emotional send off while he's lifting trophies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we won't be, will we?
Yeah, but how many fans are going to be in to see it?
10,000, hopefully.
So remember, there'll be 10,000 fans in. If you get the ticket, I want it.
Yeah. Might have to not give it in that case.
So wrap it up, Riz. What's
We've got Leeds. We've got. This is like the business end of the season now, isn't it? We've got Leeds coming up at weekend. And we've
that the
got
FA Cup?
Yeah, got FA Cup's coming up soon. You're just coming too quick.
We've lost you there, Riz.
Muted yourself again.
Yeah, he's muted himself. Right, while he's muted himself, guys, as always, it's been a pleasure. Plenty of things we've got through there in a short space of time. until next week, we'll do it again. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
take care,
fantastic.
We
everybody.
will.
Great to see you all. Get back
All
to your
right.
Easter eggs, John.
Yeah.
Put that rat down. See you later, guys. Bye bye.
Take care.
See you later.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.